Are you single because you have a fear of rejection? In this video, we're going to talk about how the fear of rejection is keeping you single, and I'm going to give you some really great tips that you can use to change that around and find the love of your life. This is Naidoo, life and relationship coach, and this channel, Creating Conscious Relationships, is dedicated to helping you find and create epic relationships. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know every time there's a new video. So, how are we going to get rid of this fear of rejection? Biggest clue is you're never going to get rid of it, right? But we can manage it, and we can still find that great love, even though we still hold the fear within us. It's not about getting rid of the fear. It is more about wanting something far more, so that that desire is far greater than the fear. And that's the only time we will take action. So I want you to imagine for a moment, right? Look at what is your favorite song, your all-time favorite song. Imagine if that singer, the songwriter, the musicians were all so afraid of rejection that they did not write or record that song. Can you imagine that song not ever existing? Can you imagine when you look at your favorite book, a book that has changed your life, and imagine if that author was so afraid of rejection that he or she never wrote the book, or wrote the book but never put it out there, never looked for the publisher because they were too scared of rejection, right? Look at the job that you're in. If you allowed fear of rejection to stop you, you would never have applied for the position, never have gone for the interview, wouldn't have gotten that job, right? Now, the reason that we take action when it comes to work, when it comes to the singer-songwriter writing and singing that song and putting it out there, or the author, the reason we do those things is because that is our genius zone. That is the area of expertise for us. So we have a talent in that area, we've spent years studying perhaps, and we've got experience in that area. So we know more about that one area than the majority of the world's population knows about it. So that gives us the confidence to take action in those areas. So now my question is, are you not taking action when it comes to meeting a partner and creating a relationship because you know that that is not your genius zone? So how can we make that our genius zone? Right, the first thing we do is ask yourselves, honestly, how many times have I been rejected and really, really badly hurt in relationships? Now, I'm not talking about things where, you wanted to meet somebody and they had to go to work, or they had a family thing come up. I'm not talking about that kind of rejection. I'm talking about rejection in the sense where somebody said to you, you're just a horrible human being. You shouldn't exist. Nobody can ever love you. I'm talking about that kind of rejection that hurt you on that level. My guess is a lot of you are saying 0. It's never happened to you. Some of you are saying 1, maybe 2. Now let's look at these, right? 1, 2, even if it's 5, even if you're saying it happened to me 5 times in my life, which is a lot, right? Look at how many people you know. If you look at your phone, most of us have 1,000 contacts on there. Most of us have over 1,000 friends on social media. I'm sure, not all of them count, but these are the number of people we know, right? So my question to you is, if 1 out of 1,000, or even 5 out of 1,000 rejected you, should we actually stop living because of that? So I'm just putting this into perspective. If you look at the actual number and put that into perspective, right? Is that one person or those 2 people going to determine your future happiness? Are you giving them that much power? So when you look at that, that's step one. You'll come to realize, hey, actually, I haven't been rejected all that much. All this is in my mind. I'm so afraid of what might happen. But it actually hasn't, and chances are it might never, right? The second thing is, can we stop looking for people who we think this is going to be my life partner and we're going to live together happily ever after? Can we stop that and just start making some friends? I say this over and over again, right? And there's a really good reason behind it. Because when we look to make friends, we relax. We are more of ourselves. And when you can be who you really are, be authentically you, all of you, you'll find that the right people will light up in your presence. They will find that so attractive. But the wrong people for you, I'm not saying there's wrong people in the world, but wrong for you will be repelled by that. They won't find that attractive. And that's a good thing. That's what we want. We do not want to spend our lives trying to please somebody that doesn't like us. So it's a good thing. So can we see that as a good thing? So now confidence levels are going up a little bit more, right? And then the next thing that I want you to do is ask yourself, if somebody rejects me, and I'm hurt by that, right? So I put myself out there, I started making some friends, and I was attracted to this one person, and I wanted to take it to the next level, and they said, no, they didn't feel the same way about me. So I got rejected. What is the worst thing that can happen? So you feel bad, maybe you're a bit embarrassed, maybe you're hurt. What is the worst thing? Are you going to lose your life? Is your entire life going to change and fall apart? I doubt that, right? Then ask yourself, what is the best thing that can possibly happen? So I put myself out there, I made some friends, and then I found this one person that I found quite attractive. We had a lot in common. We're speaking the same language. We want the same things. And we click. And they feel the same way about you. And then you both decide to get into a relationship together. And it's amazing. You have this deep, wonderful connection. And you have so much in common. And there's so many new things that you don't have in common, but you're interested in, and you can learn from each other and share each other's worlds. And you create this really, really wonderful life together. So you got the worst and you got the best, right? Which one are you going to focus on more? Because when we focus on the worst, we elevate the fear. And when we focus on the best, we elevate the joy. We elevate the love. We elevate the possibility. Can you see that? So which one are you going to choose to focus your energy on? Right? Wherever you put your energy, that is what grows, that is what expands. So when we put our energy into fear, we expand the fear, which also means that we are attracting people to us that will reject us, that will hurt us. Because the energy we put out is the energy we attract back to us. That is so vitally important, right? The energy you put out is your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, everything about you. That is what you're putting out. Your actions, that is what you're putting out. And that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract on exactly the same level as what you put out. So when you're thinking of the best case scenario, and you're feeling happier, your thoughts are aligned with the feelings, that is now the new energy you're putting out. It's on a much higher level, right? When we put out the energy on a much higher level, we're going to attract on a much higher level. All right, so the choice is yours. Where do you want to put your attention and focus? And then the last step here is, I want you to make a decision right here, right now, that you will take 100% responsibility for your own happiness. There is no one in the world that is going to grab you by the hand and then go and find, look, and find your soulmate, grab them by the hand and pull them here and put the two of you together. And also guarantee that they will love you and adore you and everything will be amazing for the rest of your life. That's never going to happen. So if you're waiting for that, take a deep look and say, am I afraid of rejection? Why am I afraid of being rejected? What exactly am I afraid of? Right? Go to the worst case scenario and then go to the best case scenario. Right? It is not that we will never have fear. Because any person that started their own business had fear, because more businesses fail than succeed. But their desire to get their product or their service out into the world, to be their own boss, to create something that the world can benefit from, their desire for that was greater than their fear of rejection and failure. Right? Every author that's ever written a great book, their desire to share this with the world, to change people's lives, was greater than their fear of rejection. So the fear was still there. So I'm asking you to make your desire to be in an epic relationship far greater than your fear of rejection. All right. If you found any value at all in this video, give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear some of your comments or questions if you have, and I can respond to that. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.